Well, guys, you know who I am. I'm your gracious host, Drummer, 1980 Helen from Columbia, South Carolina. I hope you're having a good day today, and if that's not the case, ask yourself why, because after all, happiness is an inside job, and it will always be an internal affair. Well, guys, we back today again with a showing from my man, TBA. You know what type of work he put in, right? But before we get to that, I just want to make this announcement. 8 a.m. will be screening in Washington, D.C. on October the 26th. Tickets on sale now at www.8ammovie.com/screenings. Okay? Go check out my man work. I implore you to go check out his work because you know what type of work that TBA put in, and we're thankful for that, and y'all need to go support him, as will I, okay? But guys, let's go ahead and let's get to this meat and potatoes, all right?
Caller from area code 404, you're on Live with the Business. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Erica from Atlanta.
Hello, Erica from Atlanta. I hear the babies in the background.
Yes.
Shout out to my baby mamas. What's on the line? What's on your mind?
So I'm 29. I have a 2-year-old. I have a bachelor's. I'm like 20 something in debt, and
wait a minute. How old are you again?
29.
29, and you're over $20,000 in debt.
Yeah. From student loans.
What is your degree in?
Microbiology.
Do you actually have your degree yet?
Yes. I got it 2014.
That's got to be a minor ass degree for just $20,000. What is that, an associate's?
No, it's 4 years. Microbiology, bacteria, viruses.
And what in the world did you think you were going to be able to do with a degree in microbiology, bacteria? What did you think you were going to be able to do with that?
I really was hoping to work for the CDC.
How'd that work out?
It did not.
All right.
I feel very unprepared for life. My mom is an immigrant. My dad is FDA. And I was raised by my mom. My parents divorced when I was a baby. So I feel like...
That child back there is very rambunctious.
Yeah.
How old are they?
He's 2. He'll be 3 in January.
Where's his father?
And he loves your channel, the Black channel.
Very glad to hear that. I don't know if you're going to feel the same after tonight, but we'll see. Where's his father?
He lives 13 minutes up the road.
He lives 13 minutes up the road, but he don't live with you.
No.
How old is his father?
He's younger than me. He's was born in 93, whatever that is.
Whatever that is, you don't know how old the father of your child is?
I mean, I'm pretty self-centered, so no, I don't keep track of people's ages.
Okay.
Oh my God.
He was born in 93. That's probably 2 years younger than you.
Okay, yeah, 27. Sure.
Not very good. These are basic emotional issues we're dealing with here, and not very good.
Hold up. So, guys, you heard the backstory, right? She went to school for microbiology. Certain degrees, guys, you might not want to indulge and just waste your time on, because you're going to have to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, okay? That's a small niche there that many people can't really get into, because they only going to allow a certain kind of person to fulfill those positions, guys, if you will. She says that her dad is an FBA, a Foundation of Black America, and her mom is an immigrant, okay? Nothing wrong with that. Further on down the line, you heard her say something to the effect of her baby father was born in 93, whatever that is. And she admitted by her own admission that She's pretty selfish, self-centered, if you will. That's a recipe for disaster, wouldn't you think? And the child in the background, in Jason's words, was very rambunctious, and I do agree with that. Guys, if you don't want to be a parent, keep your legs closed. Now, you notice I didn't say go to the Baal or Molech temple. You didn't hear me say that, did you? And what do you mean by that? To the abortion clinic. That's what I mean. To sacrifice your children. Innocent blood. And if you don't like it, turn it off. Listen at me. Let me set up on you for 1 second. This way I'm at with it. And I have said this many times, my tunes don't change. I'm going to keep beating the same drum over and over. If you lay your butt down, hear me when I talk, and you do it willingly, nobody didn't force you. You wasn't put upon. And if it's going to inconvene your life and it's going to interfere with some things, so your bad choices go cost somebody else their life, right? I don't respect that. I don't care I don't respect that. Man or woman. If you pushing a woman to go to the abortion clinic, I don't respect that. I don't respect that. That's why our numbers are in the tank now. If you didn't want to get them pregnant, you should have took preventative measures. How about that? Instead, you want to go make somebody else suffer. No, not suffer, but delete people. Ever since the 1970s, they estimated 40 to 60 million black children have been unalive.
Have you gotten therapy, ma'am?
I have a while ago, and since listening to your channel, I want to again.
It's time to go back and deal with these issues, because the response you just gave me was criminal. And I'm just going to be honest. The response you just gave me was criminal. That was really criminal. I want you to understand.
What do you mean?
I just asked you about your child's father, and your response was, well, yeah, I'm a pretty self-centered person.
Yeah. He and I actually talked about that today.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that makes you unfit to have anybody crawl between your legs, because the only thing you can do is spit out trouble, is what I'm trying to say. All you can really do is make things worse. And what you've tried to do is give birth to a friend, and that's not going to work either. You can't give birth to friends.
No, I don't.
If you can't get along
I have to disagree with that.
If you can't get along with the adults walking around out here, having children is not going to solve that problem or fill that gap. You can disagree whatever you want to, ma'am. I'm taking a look at where you are. You're $20-something thousand in debt. You have a degree you cannot use. You went off and got a bastard kid, and here you are. Your protector and provider is 13 minutes up the road, and it doesn't look like you're going to be able to fix that gap. You're 29 years old. Nobody is going to be hurting themselves to take a 29-year-old baby mama with a 2-year-old and thousands of dollars in debt off the market, which means the circumstances you find yourself under, you're drowning under them now, and nobody's coming to the rescue, so you will drown.
Okay, so I also have a question. I am dating.
And the other thing I want to tell you is that all of that yelling and stuff back there, I got to tell you right now, people who don't have children, we understand that when we hear that. Unruly children are the products of unruly parents. And at 2 or 3 years old, they shouldn't be making all that noise. If they're doing that, that's because they have a parent who can't be bothered to discipline their children.
Booyah! Let that sizzle in your spirit. Let that set on you for about 10 seconds. I know you don't like that. That got you squirming in your seat. The product of unruly parents is what? Unruly children. You ain't bothered about raising them. You want to push them on somebody else, or put an iPhone or iPad, or put the TV in the front of them. And we all know what they teaching. Huh? Rainbows every way. They don't know whether they going to come in or up or down. They don't know whether they have a penis or Don't get me started. If you don't want to be bothered with kids, there are preventative measures. Okay? You heard me. Oh, talking about they gonna throw a monkey wrench in my plans. Well, you got the real McCoy right here, right now. I'm the monkey wrench. I'm the monkey wrench right now. With this message and the truth, you are infidel. You lower than low to take somebody's life because it's gonna inconvenience you. I said what I said and I ain't taking it back either. Set yourself up there and you gonna do something like that to somebody else because you made bad choices. The product of her bad choices is her life, right? That's the product. Everything that she have touched so far, it went down. You see that. A woman that's uncovered, oh God, I'm about to go here. I might as well to go because you don't like me no way, so it's not gonna make me one way or the other. This is the product of an unruly woman, an uncovered woman. When you are uncovered, women tend to make bad decisions, guys, and that's just the truth of the matter. I know y'all don't like it, but the truth still remains. Look around. Bunch of kids all around the place. Well, it's the man's fault too. You let him do it. You let him do it. A man will sleep with anything. I done told you this. A man will lay down and put his penis in a hole up in the wall. Huh? Somebody talk to me. And that's the truth. A man will do anything. And besides, if you gonna lay down, why don't you get something of quality? Now, I'm not advocating for nobody just to go have all this sex stuff, because you know I'm a Christian. You know this. And if you don't know, now you know. I'm a Christian. So you know my ways. Not my ways, but the Lord does saith the Lord ways, okay? Now, I advocate for marriage, okay? Under the right circumstances. But if you must do it, hear me when I talk. If you must do it, take preventative measures, one, and make sure it's a man of quality. But it seems like y'all get the worst of the worst. And then you turn around and you complain about it. He ain't no good. He ain't paying child support. Ding, ding, ding. Wouldn't that been a nice thing to know prior to you busting it open? God almighty, I hate to be brash, but hey, nobody else ain't saying that. I might as well to tell you. Wouldn't that be a good thing to know besides you just laying down, spread eagle, before you have children and before you do all this stuff? I don't understand the mindset. You know why? Because this is a woman that's uncovered. She out there just making all these irrational decisions and illogical decisions, and nobody can't say nothing to you. Because you trying to rain on my parade. Your parade is already soaked. You already behind the 8 ball. Everybody can see it, and you can see it. But like how I always say, you want to do it your way. Well, lose doing it your way. Just lose. Just lose all the way around. Have a tumultuous life and you're up and down. You're up one day, almost level to the ground. Keep doing it your way. Just keep doing it your way and lose. But there are a subset of women that's out there that's willing to take heed and listen to that wisdom when it talk. Because obviously your way ain't working. Everything you touch fell to the ground.
Does not mean spanking. It means to make sure that your children understand from an early age. By the time they're 1, they're going to take after you. They'll either be unruly and making noise, or they will start to be intelligent and disciplined, because they're supposed to be talking in whole sentences by the age of 2 or 3. And that's not what's going on behind you right now. It's just make a noise. That tells me the type of mentality around them. Not being mean, ma'am. I'm just saying, in case your mothers or fathers never told you how it's supposed to be, just understand I can hear what type of parent you are behind you. I can hear it. So before you sit up and talk about what's not true and what isn't right, I can hear the product of what you are behind you. That's not normal rambunctiousness. That is, I can hear baby, in the chat room, they're right, I can hear baby kids. You can tell yourself whatever you want to. There are a whole lot of, for lack of a better term, I'm in a video a few years ago called Smart Hoes. A lot of chicks out here, and they're intelligent, or at least they sound kind of articulate, but they slowly drag down and degrade the intelligence of the community. They came from a mother and father married home, and then they get out here and decide, I'm going to be the bastard baby maker and destroy it all. And then it just goes downhill from there and goes to hell. And by the time we get to the grandkids of the married couple, at that point now, this child from a married home has created a housing project on their own.
Okay, so besides therapy, what do you have any other suggestions?
I'm explaining it to you now. Here's the real problem. I'm explaining it to you right now, and you're clearly not listening. And that's what I mean right here. Even when it's being explained to you, you're not listening, because you would have heard everything I just said. What did I just say?
You described who I am. You said I come from married parents, and I go out and I become a baby mama, a bastard baby maker. I'm just asking for solutions. I hear what you're saying.
Okay, if you heard me say that, then you know what the solution is. First of all, you have a very bad trait. You don't take responsibility. You're really trying to avoid and dodge responsibility. And I know I'm just the 50th person who's told you that. If that guy got you pregnant and ain't stuck with you, it's because you're too much trouble. And when a woman is too much trouble, that's really spelled as one thing. She is a disciplinary problem. She wants to try to tell the man what should be. And no man is going to become protector and provider for a woman who will not put herself under his protection. But you are going to have to submit to that. Once you submit and put yourself as a man's responsibility, then he takes responsibility for you. You slick at the mouth and trying to convince him how much you know when it's so obvious you don't. Nobody is going to stop to become protector and provider for you, because you know it all. And as soon as somebody's trying to correct you, you want to tell them what you know. Meanwhile, they can take a look at your life and they can see what you obviously do not know. And even the fellow who got you pregnant, you can be as upset about that as you want to. The bottom line is, even he won't do it. And he's supposed to be the guy that you most have around your finger. You could send the system after him, and he's not going to do it. He'll just take his chances against the system. And I'm telling you, it is your attitude that has led to this. You were supposed to be first of all, you said the child is 2 years old. That means that you got your dumb ass pregnant when you were 26. And this is what too many of y'all are doing today. Y'all aren't even young, messing up your lives anymore and messing up the neighborhood. You all are getting in your late 20s doing dumb stuff. It used to be teenage mothers. Now y'all are getting into your late 20s. You're asking me what the solution is. Baby, you were supposed to be doing this 6 years ago.
Jason said a mouthful of fire. I'm going to start calling him Dragon. Huh? He said a mouthful of fire. Children. Yes, we all understand that a child want to play and, children explore, make noise and all that. Now, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted now. We understand it. And I'm qualified to speak because I got a 4-year-old, okay? All right? So don't get it twisted. I understand. I let my daughter run and play and do what she want to do, and, and she have toys galore. But when I say be quiet, that's what I mean. Oh, God. Huh? Did you hear me? When I say sit down, and we can be at home now, see, because it starts home. Huh? Home. So whenever we in public, she won't think this is okay to just ignore daddy. Oh, no. I do it here. If I'm upstairs and I hear her down there just making unnecessarily noise, booming and bamming, I say, hey, stop all that noise down there. One time, not no 2 times, 3 times. We don't play that. I don't. Huh? One time. I'm not going to keep telling you over and over. Because at some point, belt the rump. Yes, I see. You heard me, didn't you? Did you hear me? Belt the rump. Simple as that. It ain't no timeouts. Because if I don't deal with her, the people out there is going to deal with her. You understand that? And you have to realize this about your sons. If you don't deal with them, the people out there going to deal with them. You understand that, don't you? All right, then. Children have to be taught from a young age, have to be taught. We not saying you can't let them play and do different things, because my daughter play, okay? But what I'm saying is you have to be taught. If we sat up in church and we don't do that. Children are going to be children, and I understand. But you have to be a parent, not a friend. Now, moving along from that, this woman here, she says that she's selfish. Guys, you can smell that on a woman. If you have had any dealings with a woman whatsoever, you can smell that dripping out of her paw. I'm telling you, you can see it on them. So that raised the question, what is it about you that you are glutton for punishment? God almighty, no. Boy, people don't like what I say sometimes. They hate me. I can feel it coming through the camera. What is it about you that you are a glutton for punishment? Something wrong with you. You know the woman's selfish. You see it. Why not just hop over? Oh, because you starving for sex. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, sex. Oh, okay. Oh, so in other words, your penis rule your life then, huh? Huh? I said your penis rule your life then, huh? Jason made another point. And this here is a prolific, profound point. These women come from two-parent households. And yet, they're making bastard children. God, I don't even have to expound upon that. Oh, God, did you hear me? Two-parent households had a model, but yet they chose to go do something on the contrary. Do something the opposite of. What has happened to our women in general? They are all over the place. No discipline, no accountability, no responsibility. Everything is somebody else's fault. They so put upon. The woman is the most put upon creature on the earth. The black woman. She's the most unprotected. Well, start running your mouth and then somebody will protect you. Stop being selfish, then somebody will protect you. Stop being self-centered and a narcissist, and somebody would protect you. You understand, don't you? All right.
You were supposed to be choosing the man who was going to protect and provide for you. Instead, you decided you would go to school and that would give you the veto power over a man, and you have proven it. You got your degree first and the bastard kid second, which means that you got that degree because you felt that would give you the freedom to make whatever choices you want to make. It don't matter if it's stupid. Don't matter if your parents don't like it. Don't matter if I'm making a slum. I got the vagina power to do that. How's it paying off now? Now it's time to pay the piper. You see, you've done grievous harm and you have committed a felony offense against Black society. Now you're going to pay the sentence for it.
Stay tuned for part 2, guys. I can't do it all in one set. Now I got to go. Come back to see me. And we gonna pick it up right here. Stay tuned. I'm coming back, all right? Until next time, peace. And remember, there is more.